Hello folks, the Celtic Nerd here bringing you another nerdy video. And as you can see, we are still playing some Dragon Age 2. Now, normally I start each quest from Gamlen's house, but given that today is my Lula Sport day, I figured that I better get as much recording done as possible before we before I have to leave. Now, what we're going to be doing is we are going to check out each of our companions. We're going to go to their base of operation, and then we're going to see if they have any, companion quests, because some of them don't trigger until we're actually in the area. So we'll check on Fenris first.
We should move on.
Let's see. It's funny how you actually move faster when you do that. Alright, next we'll check on Anders, even though we did get a big spike in rivalry with Anders due to the fact that I turned him down. Now, unfortunately, I should have left Anders actually to last, because his home is by far the most awkward. As you can see, it is so far away from an entry point.
This is it. Give up or live up.
You remind me of Harin Pyvel, Varric, only younger and shorter, and not as serious.
So, it's a close resemblance then.
Well, he tells stories, and you tell stories. Although none of his begin, "No shit, there I was."
I'll have to give him some better stories then.
Let's see. Next up it's up here in the Viscount's Keep. And again, I do like the unique loading screens per area.
Good luck getting in. I've been waiting all day.
So we go down here to speak to Evelyn. Now eventually it'll be more specifically to here, but...
Not much room in the barracks, but there's nowhere I'd rather be.
Okay. Hers is the least awkward, so yeah, in future I need to make sure I save Anders for last. And then we head to the Hanged Man, which will cover 2 companions. And yeah, Varric wants to talk.
So, I've been dying to know. What was going through your head when you fought that ogre?
For the first few seconds, what do they feed those things?
I don't know anyone else that's even seen one. You're lucky just to be standing here. Somehow, Hawk, I imagine things won't be dull with you around. Not that I expect the deep roads to be boring, mind you. Constant threat of doom does tend to keep you awake.
Anything in particular I should know about your brother?
To understand Bartrand, you've got to understand the Dwarven Merchants Guild. These are dwarves who would sell their mothers if they thought it'd get them a better share of the lyrium market. Anyone who deals with them has to sleep with a knife under their pillow. In my family, that's Bartrand.
What are your plans for this trip into the deep roads?
Bartrand's running the show. Andraste's ass, he'd probably do that even if we weren't paying for everything. The tide we're looking for is supposed to be a week's travel from the surface, so I hope you aren't scared of the dark. We've got supplies, muscle, excavators. The plan is to carry out everything that's not nailed down.
If we'll be working together, I should find out more about you.
True enough. I suppose you want to know my credentials. My family came from Orzammar, Noble House Tethras, until my father got caught fixing provings. He and our whole house got exiled. No huge loss. I was born up here. Sunshine suits me just fine.
Are you a merchant? A mercenary?
I'm a younger son. It's a difficult and dangerous profession. A lot of us die of boredom. Fortunately, being Bartrand's younger brother keeps me on my toes. Maker knows he lacks subtlety. I'm the one who pulls strings to keep the coterie out of our hair. Keep us just a whisker ahead of the other families.
What about you? Been in any good battles?
Does arguing with Bartrand count? I've spent my whole life in Kirkwall. Dangerous enough most days, but it doesn't compare to the deep roads. So, this will be... let's just call it an adventure, I guess.
Great. Now we're adventurers.
Now, the funny thing is, now, since we're doing all these companion things, I do want to talk about Carver. And in the previous video, you saw Carver and my character have a falling out. Now, this is unique in comparison, because even though he does have a rivalry meter, he actually doesn't have, you know, any benefits to his rivalry. Like, as you can see here, like, he literally just has the core warrior abilities that revolve around two-handed stuff. And he talked about how he couldn't excel at anything because it would draw too much attention. Now, unfortunately, his attitude does not change regardless of what class you're playing. So even if we weren't a mage, he will then bring up, well, I couldn't excel because you've already done it. So, like, his character...
Right behind you, Hawk.
So he will always have basically a chip on his shoulder about being the younger brother.
What am I, your servant? There's a letter for you on the desk.
Oh wow, we just picked up a letter for Carver. I've got a lead for you, merchant. Okay, so we have a bunch of quests there now as well. So even though we now just paid Bartrand for his things, any money we now earn is solely for us. Now, funny enough, Carver should have gotten an upgrade. We're actually going to go to Hightown. Now, it was only the first tier upgrade, so I doubt we'll get much. Actually, you know what? No, yeah, no, we'll stick with this battle. Because I was just debating there, do I want Varric or Isabella? Like, Isabella is also a melee fighter. But at least we now have 2 melee fighters and 2 range fighters. One I'm more of a, I must say DPS, but so is Meryl. Carver is a tank. Now, Isabella's ability, I do believe, allows her some tankiness. Except her tank. Oh, yeah, I've been meaning to drink this. I need to look at abilities. But her tankiness comes from dodging, I believe. Because it's home. Isabella issues an irresistible challenge that's straight for the Seafarer. Yeah, so yeah, she is a tank in that regard. So, in terms of attributes, I need to look at our defense. Let's see. Defense determines the likelihood of evading an enemy attack. So, she has a 38% chance. What governs that? Defense. Defense is based on the cunning attribute. Wow, so, okay, I've been doing a really good job then for her. But no, I do like also how it breaks down. So the more difficult the enemy, the lower the percentage chance. Like, dear God, that is a drastic drop. Wow. But yeah, no, she's a dodge tank. So, or in D&D terms, she'd be an AC tank, which you can get through various classes. Now, Varric, Carver should have gotten his armor upgrade just there. Yeah, so there we go. Does he not get a rune for his upgrade? No? That is infuriating. Okay. We're gonna end this video here because we've now visited all our companions and talked to them. There is one quest. It's a fetch quest that there's something I want to test out. Now it is probably not going to work. There you go. Just do a quick mark. But the thing is, I need to save before I test it out. So, I'm the Celtic Nerd, signing out. One name, one sky.